Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian indices, but today we're just going to look at the Australian market, and we're going to look at it in terms of a bullish count and also a bearish count, because with the US markets and the European markets, we have a pattern a little bit like what we're looking at here, and we're expecting those markets to push up from here. So we need evidence of that, of course. So it is possible that from this particular low here, because we can count 5 waves down to this point here. So in one way or another, we're going to see an upward move. Now, will we get something, up through here in line with the counts in Europe and the US, or do we get a bearish count? And that's what I kind of want to look at today. I want to put the bearish count on the table. We have been looking at a bearish count, but we haven't been looking at the proper big one, so to speak. And I think it's time to do that, because if this market here just this is 5 waves here, if it moves up to the 50-60% retracement level here, which you can do in 3 waves here, then it can actually just fail from here and move down from here. So this 5,500 here will be critical in terms of support and resistance. Okay, so just going over that once again, from this high here down to this low, like the European markets, we can count that as 5 waves, and we may see a move coming all the way up here and even higher, or we may just get a move into the 5,500 area here at that number, or a tad higher here, and then moving down through here. So it becomes quite critical. And I think that rather than locking our mindset into a particular count, I think that we should stay open and we should stay flexible. And I don't think that we'll miss too much. Sure, you could probably load up more if we thought that it was bullish or more on the negative side in here. But I think that we just need to be flexible. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, so to speak. So I had this old picture that I thought was sort of interesting that I haven't updated for a long time here, but it's this whole move down through here as the A wave for the XJO, the GFC thing. What we mapped out in all of that was an A wave and a B wave and a C wave up for the primary wave B here at roughly the 61.8%, but it went a little bit higher than that, but it's still within ratios and all those sorts of things. And then we were looking at wave C coming down. I did wave C quite shallow here, but technically wave C can take the low of wave A out here. So it is possible that we are looking at this huge wave C down through here. And of course, this is all across the major trading level here, 5,000 or trading level 5. And it's just a simple correction. That's all it is. It's just that it's huge. So with this in mind, this is the one that we need to have a look at, because we've already started down here, haven't we? So with that in mind, we can have a look at the daily chart here. And it's got wave B up here. I've got it as a different degree, but that's fine how it stands. So on the downside, we'd be looking at it like this here. So you can see the importance of staying flexible here, and what we're up against, and what we need to do. And this is obviously, in terms of portfolios as well here, because what can happen here is that from wave 2 to wave 3 here can move quite swiftly through here. We can already see wave 1 down here moving very quickly as well here. So yeah, we need to really sort of focus on what we're actually going to get here in terms of an ABC correction. And, we still need to get evidence that the US markets and the European markets are moving up too. I mean, they could collapse as well. But we're working positive counts, and we'll do that until proven otherwise. But even so, the US markets, the S&P 500, doesn't really have to move a lot. They don't have to. Yeah, I mean, they could certainly move up as such and move and do their thing, and then eventually move down as well. But anyway, this is how it looks. So we can conclude that all of this is wave one, and ABC back for wave two. We're looking for a 50-60% retracement level back, which we got. And all of this down here counts as 5 waves down here. So there's going to be a lot of focus on this pattern here back into the 5-5 area here, which is a simple bounce off group 1 here. So at 5,000 we've got 100, 200 and 300. So yeah, we can always expect a bounce off this level here, and that's what we're seeing. Well, at least we're seeing some consolidation, and I'm looking for a bounce now. So with that in mind, we can go into the 2-hour chart here, and with the and I've got this on the bearish count as well. It's just that I feel that we need to, it's time that I presented it, and you have time to do what you need to do with your portfolios, as share portfolios as well. So either hedging them with CFDs. But you'll need to take action once you actually know what's going on here. So from wave 2 here, we can be in wave 3 coming to the downside, and we've got 5 waves down here. I counted this a little bit wrong, but I feel like the low's in place now. I was always a bit sort of anxious about from wave 4 here how I should deal with this, how I should handle it, and but we've got wave 1 and 2 here, which is nice. Wave 3, an A and a B and a C wave for wave 4 here, and then down for wave 5. And yeah, so I think when we start the new site and I get settled in on the .com thing and everything's sort of running smoothly, I might do a 5-minute midday sort of report for this market as well, because I noticed the change pretty early on in the piece, and I already done the report. But anyway, it's just shooting the breeze and something that we'll look at. But from this low here, this is from this low, from the 5,300 to the 5.5, or to the top here where the 61.8 retracement level is roughly, in this space here. We need to really understand what we will have here. Will we get a corrective move? Will we get a positive move? Will we be able to tell the difference? Will they both be the same? We may even have to wait till it's sitting way up here, and and starts to fail from that point. But also too, we need to be mindful too that this is, if it is a wave 3 of this degree coming down here, then this will be a wave 3 as well. So once we'll need to be pretty quick, because once this comes down here as wave 1 and then comes back for wave 2 here, this is where we'll start getting all the gaps here. And this could happen on a Monday, or something that will happen over the weekend that you're not sort of aware of, and all those sort of things. So please don't overtrade in these particular sort of areas here. There will be plenty of scope for being on the right side at the right time, but we just need to be very careful around this area here. So as you can see from this little picture here, we've got wave 3 here, an A, a nice B wave here, and a C wave here for wave 4, then 1 and 2, 5 waves down here for 3 and 4 and 5. So reasonably confident that we've got that low in place here now, so we can work higher. So even in our equity trades, we will be we'll be long, to these points here, but yeah, I mean, there's a few charts that we could probably have a bit of a look at that that I haven't really been organised to do, but let me just pull them up here. Stocks, Australia. One of them was Telstra, and just bringing this into the fold here. And this is quite typical of a lot of stocks as well. So having this as a wave A here, or even wave 1 really, and an A and a B and a C wave here with 5 waves in it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this is very typical of a lot of stocks actually. So we're looking at Telstra having 5 waves down here. Now I've also been very conservative here and just labelled this an A wave and a B wave and a C wave, but this C wave, this could all be a much bigger bear picture as well here. And this is not the only chart that that looks like this as well. You know, there is also AMP as well. So if you can consider this wave A here and wave B here, and then we'll have a look at AMP here, we can see that from wave A here, we've got an A wave and a B wave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So technically, this low here needs to be taken out, or at least level with this. So this is AMP's in a very bearish situation as well, which also obviously brings us into the finance sector as you know, as well here. And I'm just wondering if I've actually got that finance sector on hand here. I'm just looking through my list here. I've got it on another template, so I can't get to it at the moment, but you can certainly, this move for AMP here is, you know, is corrective. It's either the B wave or wave 2, and we have 5 waves heading down through here. So you know, we're looking for a corrective rally here. So, you know, we'll also be looking, you know, at shorting the banks again too after we get this this retracement level in here, and then down again through here. This can also line up with CBA as well, CBA and all the banks as well as such. So we're looking for rallies, and you know, if these, like I mentioned, if these, you know, if this move from on the XJO here, this is the 15-minute chart, apologies, you know, we're looking for, if we get 3 waves, so to speak, here, and then we get overlapping wave structures here, then we know that we're corrective at that point. So prepare to short, but also prepare to go long as well. We'll have time, but you'll need to really think it out properly. All right. Well, that's that. I just wanted to share that even though that we're bullish in one sense, I can see this bearishness everywhere, and we need to, you know, we need to work with all of that. As you know, we're not investors, we're traders, and we need to chop and change, and we can't have attachment to our own opinions. We need to trade what we see, and that's exactly what we need to do when we get to this 5 here. So yeah, anyway, all comments welcome. Cheers.